Hey all, I'm your host Michael and welcome back to Awful Stories. As always, if you enjoy, make sure to leave the video a like and consider subscribing if you're new. With that said, let's begin. The story was posted by a user named OKExtension in the entitled Parent subreddit. The post is titled, "I told my boyfriend that I'd rather be alone and suffer in my apartment than go with him to visit his mom. So I, 23M, hate my boyfriend's 24M family with a passion. I can't stand them. They are the most condescending, judgmental jerks I have ever had the displeasure of knowing. It all started when I first met them. They talked about my looks and how I could improve them by losing weight, cutting my hair, and stopping eating like a pig. I'm 188 centimeters tall and 80 kilograms. I go to the gym a lot and I would consider myself fit. They have criticized my job because they think I'm not good enough to be a doctor and that I work too much. His mother is the one who says all of this and the rest agree with her. It has gotten to the point where I dread every birthday, Christmas, or any other celebration because I have to see them again. My boyfriend has told them to stop, but they always say that I'm too sensitive and need to relax. The last time I met them, they told my boyfriend that he should dump me and find a man who's better for him. I was sitting next to him when it happened. So his mom got into an accident and had to go to the hospital I'm working at, and my boyfriend told me to help her and make sure she gets the best care. I told my coworkers and they assured me that I can't be on her case and that I wouldn't need to be near her at all. My boyfriend and his family begged me to visit her and make sure she is okay on my break, and I refused. I said I'd rather be alone in my apartment and suffer than visit his mom, with him or without him. I can't stand that woman. He and his family have been messaging me non-stop, telling me I am a bad doctor for not wanting to help a patient. But the thing is, she's not my patient. Edit, in Sweden, it's 5 years of medical school. Then you become an intern. I think that's what it's called in the US. After you are done with that, you can specialize in whatever field you like. I'm working in a surgical hospital and I started my studies half a year before I turned 17. Update. So I thought I would give you guys an update, but before that, thank you all for the kind words and support. His mom was fine, she was not in any danger at all. My colleagues told me how much shit she talked about me and how much better he could do than some wannabe doctor. I was fuming. She and her family had been begging me to visit her and she was still talking shit about me. So I went to her room, demanding to know what her problem was. Well, she didn't like me because I'm, in her words, too masculine to be with her son, and that he needs to find someone who isn't. I told my boyfriend and he was mad at first but kind of agreed with her and told me it wouldn't hurt me to try being less masculine. All I said was that if he's trying to make me change who I am, then there is no reason to be with me anymore. He told me that that's not what he wanted and that he loves me. So I told him, like so many of you did, that if he wants me, then he needs to go low contact with her. And I'm gonna go full no contact. He told me that it's not fair and that I was being unreasonable. I had made my choice though, and in the end, we broke up. To be honest, I'm not even heartbroken. I have my job, good friends, and a family that loves me. I have gotten texts from him telling me he misses me, but I have just ignored them. In the end, I think I'm happy and it's for the better. Edit. I just want to say once again, thank you. Honestly, it's good to hear from strangers that I'm not overreacting and not a coward who's running away when things get hard. I really loved him, but the guy has big mommy issues, and because of his mom, I realized that I can't deal with someone who can't put me first. I'm already working my butt off and I can't be bothered to feel like shit after work. Update 2, this dude's family has treated me like crap. I was never good enough. In their eyes, I was a wannabe doctor who shouldn't be one, and they felt sorry for my patients. They wanted me to be less masculine because they wanted my ex to be the man. I told him that if he wanted me in his life, he needed to go low contact with her and accept that I would go full no contact with her. He didn't want that, and we broke up. He showed up at the hospital where I work, waited for me to get off my shift. When we were together, he had my schedule so we could see each other and wanted to talk. He told me he missed me and that his mother had realized that it would be good to have a doctor in the family and that my boyfriend was an idiot to break up with me. He told me that he was done with her shit and that we should get back together. Honestly, I was too tired. I had worked a 15-hour shift and was planning a nice date with my bed. I didn't think I missed him because of the stuff he put me through, but I don't know. I don't want things to go back to how they were, and I've had a lot of resentment toward him since we broke up. I don't know where I'm going with this, to be honest. I was going to sleep, but this has been on my mind since I got home. I just had to get it off my chest. Edit, I am a man. Update 3, edit, I can't change the title, so yeah, that's fun. Before my actual update, I want to clarify some things. His mother is a nightmare to be around. She has talked crap about me in front of me, made fun of my appearance, told me to stop eating like a pig and that no one wants a pig in the family. She has told my ex that he could find someone better than some wannabe doctor and things like that. I will never ever let someone talk to me like that, and that's why I wanted him to be low contact and me to be no contact. So here is the actual update. I talked to him yesterday. I asked him if he was really willing to go no contact with her, and he changed the subject time and time again. I asked him why he told me what his mother said about me being a doctor in the family, and he couldn't answer that either. I told him to leave and that we would continue the conversation tomorrow. I saw him after work today. I got off at 1 and saw him at 3. I told him that if he couldn't answer any of my questions honestly, then it wasn't even worth trying. So he told me what I believe was only half the truth. He said that he regretted everything, but that his mother was right. I should have ended it there. I can't be the one who acts as the man between us because it undermines him. He told me that he can't go full no contact with her because she's his mother. He also told me that I was childish for breaking up with him over some comments she made and said that it wouldn't happen again and that he wouldn't let it happen. I asked him why he came back only after his mother said it would be good to have a doctor in the family, even though she didn't think I was a good one. He just said it's true and that it's good to have one. At that point, I was fed up. I'm tired, I work long hours, and coming back to that headache was not worth it. I told him that I am a man and that he is one too. I told him that's not how a relationship works between two men and that he will always be a mama's boy. I will not tolerate being talked down to or made to feel belittled over their internalized homophobia. I told him that any man or woman he might date can deal with that problem, but it won't be me. He begged and told me that it would make him happy if we tried again and that his mother could change. No, just no. I want to be with someone who loves me for me and won't let their mother's hate make me feel like a failure or a bad person. I won't. I'm not dating his mother. I told him not to bother contacting me again and that I'm officially done with him now and forever. Thank you to all of you. You gave good advice and made things clearer, and I hope all of you achieve great things in life. Update 4. My former boyfriend and I broke up because of his mother, and I haven't heard from him for a couple of months, thank God. His mother came to my door demanding that I take him back, as he is blaming her for breaking us up and barely talks to her nowadays. She demanded that I take him back so he would start talking to her again. I burst out laughing in her face for about 4 minutes and I couldn't stop, which made her even more angry. I closed the door in her face and got ready to go to work. This woman followed me to work and again demanded that I take her son back, and I just continued laughing in her face. In the end, I told her to screw off and that she made her bed and could rot in it. She looked stunned, as I don't usually talk back to her because I didn't want to upset my ex. I told her that if she continued to harass me, I would go to the police. She seemed to back off after that threat. Good riddance. Final update. So the devil has shown herself again, but this time with her son. To be completely honest, I'm still laughing my butt off. My ex and ex-mill showed up today. My ex told me that his mother said I was willing to take him back and that we could finally live a good life together again. I lost it. I laughed at both of them and told them they were delusional to think I would even consider having any type of relationship with either of them. I told my ex that his mother lied and that he knew why I would never in a million years take him back. He looked at his mom and yelled at her, and I just looked at her with a smirk on my face. His mother then started yelling homophobic things like, "This would never have happened if you just stopped acting like a man." And I lost it laughing again. My ex-mill even tried to attack me, but luckily for her, her son held her back and they left. I later got a call from a mutual friend who said my ex would make sure his mom wouldn't bother me anymore. I have him blocked. All in all, I'm happy and this has been something. I hope they both live miserable lives together. The mom in this story is just incredibly infuriating. I think most drama involving your partner's parents is pretty minor and can be overlooked, but when it's just a constant onslaught of berating, you gotta ask yourself if it's worth it. Even when she was hospitalized and requested additional supervision from OP, she had the audacity to keep trash talking him. This situation is made even more confusing when the mom begs OP to take back her son. But to be honest, I'm kinda happy that his ex explicitly told the mom that she was the primary reason OP wanted to break up in the first place. Overall, this was just a very entertaining story.